Welcome back to 843 TV. We are here now with Mr. Steve Wilmot with the Heritage Foundation. How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
So you have been the tournament director here for the RBC Heritage for over 25 years. So obviously you love your job, but what's the favorite part?
Well, I think, John touched on it before, truly about relationships. I mean, it is this isn't my event, it isn't the Heritage Classic Foundation, it's our event. There's a team effort that's in place that, and I've said it over the years too, there's no I in team, and we're all a part of this, the community is, and there's a different feel about this event than any other event on the PGA Tour, and it's the fact that it is a team effort. I've heard from players talk about this feel is different than other events. Our sponsors, the same thing, but it's building the relationships. It's showing a great event for our spectators. It's making sure that the return for our sponsors and coming into this community, that their return is so they want to come back. The players working with the networks and all too. It's truly working together with all our volunteers to make this happen.
Well, Steve, I have a question for you. Many of the PGA Tour pros wait until right before the tournament to commit to play. But this year, they have already signed up. Tell us who is playing in the tournament and the tournament's relationship with RBC.
Sure, well the interesting thing about that is the players actually do have till 6 o'clock the Friday before the event to commit. And there's a reason why some players don't commit as early, because of if they're not playing well, they might not play. If they commit too early and don't come, then it might not look good. But the interesting thing with working with RBC as well as Boeing is the fact that RBC has a group of ambassadors. And they have 9 ambassadors, and all 9 of them have committed to play here this year. And it's not that they have to. RBC does have agreements with these players, such as Luke Donald, Ernie Els, Matt Kuchar, Jim Furyk, Hunter Mahan, Branson Snedeker. That's a pretty good group of guys that have already committed to be there, and they don't have to be here. They wish to be here, and it's actually those players that helped sell this event a few years ago to RBC when they went to these guys going, tell me a reason why I shouldn't be here, and they all said, if you can do it, be here. So we have more coming. It's going to be an exciting year, but to have that RBC and those ambassadors, which obviously Ernie Els as well is represented by Boeing, so it's a pretty neat relationship.
Oh, great.
Steve, every year you get asked more questions, and there are too many to list, but what is it this year that you think the fans need to know about, that the changes that have been made to the venue? You think there are some things that the fans will want to know about in advance that are kind of must-sees for this year's tournament? Yeah,
well, the one thing we certainly pride ourselves in is, the day you stop learning is the day you ought to get out of the business, and we continue to learn, excuse me, to get better. And we want to make sure we try to add to the value of the experience and all too. But one thing is in going back to relationships too, is working with CBS, and they being a great partner that people sometimes don't think about with us, but the venue where CBS, their compound out between 16, 17, and 18, which you would think with modern technology that things would get smaller, but they seem to get bigger. And that's prime real estate to us. And having the relationship that we do, they're like, Steve, how can we work with you guys to help you help us kind of thing. So CBS has agreed to move down on kind of the campus here, John, as you're aware of, down by the tennis courts. And what we're going to do is we're opening that up to what we're calling the Heritage Lawn. And with that, we're going to have a video board. We're going to have some additional revenue opportunities for us, but also for the fans, there'll be concessions. There'll be obviously a souvenir merchandise tent out there too. We're going to have a big video board. We're going to have a little entertainment Saturday night with our headliner, entertainment being the headliners and all too. So that is something that's going to be unique and different. But we continue to try to do things better, and we will continue to try to do that too.
That's great.
Right, very good. Steve, I have a question about tickets and how can our viewers get them. But before I get to that, I want to make one comment just about the Heritage Classic Foundation and their engagement with the community. I know where I work, Technical College of Lowcountry, we have a Heritage Classic Foundation sponsored room space there with, I think we have 15 of the 18 holes, lithographs on the walls here, just a great involvement with the community. What are some of the other things in terms of what the Heritage Classic Foundation does?
Well, I'm blessed to be associated, and the leadership of the foundation obviously gives our staff an opportunity to do things, but the bottom line of why we do what we do is for charity, right. And to be able to support efforts of many organizations is what's unique and special. A lot of PGA Tour events wrap their arms around a organization or so, which there's nothing wrong with that, but we try to spread our wings knowing that this community in all aspects of it is important. I mean, we do support the USCB, we do support the Boys and Girls Club, we do support the Rec Center. I mean, we can go on and on and on with these organizations, and as we know too, it's difficult because there are so many worthy organizations out there that you wish you can touch all of them, but we do try to do the best we can with all of them. But that's the satisfaction that we certainly get in doing our.
Outstanding. And that being said, here's a reason why folks would want to get tickets to the RBC Heritage. It's taking place April 15th through 21st. How would the viewers be able to buy tickets if they?
Well, certainly we have a couple. Best thing certainly to do is one of the ways is through our website, and there's volunteer opportunities as well as there's some other additional information about sponsorships and some of our charitable endeavors. But we do also sell tickets at the local Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. We're working with the Bluffton as well as the Beaufort Chamber of Commerce is selling tickets as well this year. But there's many different opportunities, and you know what we're trying to do. And if there's a new charitable aspect of the foundation now, our Champions for Charity, but it's a way for people to help us help you. If we're successful, you're going to be successful, and there's some new initiatives that we're looking at to try to better what the foundation does, not just here in the Low Country, but certainly throughout the state of South Carolina too.
Well, we're all very excited. I know everybody can't. The buzz has already started about Heritage, so thank you very much for being with us today. Make sure you go get your tickets for Heritage because you don't want to miss that. And we make sure that you join us next time here on 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.